Hello, Namaskar, and a very good evening, traders. 22nd of June, 8:35 p.m. And I think disappointing is the right word to explain, to express today's market close. I say this because, by the way, we are looking at the daily on the left hand side and 75-minute on the right hand side. So I say disappointing because yesterday's move was encouraging after a severe fall when the index gives a short-term trend reversal. It's always encouraging to see whether the rally manages to hold onto itself for further upsides. I think in yesterday's videos, the lines that we were saying was the most important thing from here on is not to gain further. The most important thing from here on is not to give back the recent bounce back. And the index did really well today to give back. It really managed to post again a series of lower highs, and lower lows. And so the short-term 75-minute time frame chart has now again moved back to a downtrend. Now, whether this downtrend will extend further towards 15,300, 15,200 or breakdown, that we will see. But every time I see the index slipping back to a downtrend, what brings with it is choppiness and volatility. And so for a short-term trader, volatility is a good thing if you're on the right side of it. So it becomes difficult to be on the right side of the volatility consistently. Bottom line, becomes difficult for the short-term trader. So short-term trend reverses back, down again. Index had managed to create some kind of a base formation down here. Down here is 15,200 to 15,400. So these stays as the expected zone of short-term supports. Look at the daily chart, and any kind of a fall below 15,350, 300 will start to shape up a positive divergence on the daily time frame. These kind of divergences not necessarily mean the market will go up, no. But these kind of divergences may indicate that it might slow down. The rate of fall is likely to slow down. Again, this needs to be seen. We don't have a positive divergence as of now. What was shaping up as strategically a short-term bullish bias, I would reverse that. And that is the kind of market. If tomorrow the market bounces back another 300 points, then I will have to reverse, because we take call based on price, and if price changes, the call changes. So I would say cautiously bearish should be the stance. Bearish, of course, there's no doubt about it. Cautiously, because we just had a well-defined support. We had a bounce back post the support. The index is just 200 points away from that support. So yes, cautious would be the right word. BankNifty also disappointed with pretty decent fall, and BankNifty, as you can see very clearly, is now dealing with this zone. If you take a look at the 75-minute time frame, the last bar's high is important from a short-term point of view. And in this case, it is nothing but the psychological 33,000. So 33,000 is bare minimum move above which the index can sustain. If it cannot go above 33,000 tomorrow, I think for the rest of the week, it is very likely to stay down. If it fails to bounce back above 33,000 in tomorrow's trade. And within BankNifty, so I would like to discuss one very gutsy kind of a setup, and that is in Kotak Bank. Now, Kotak Bank has particularly been a beaten down counter. In fact, not just recently, but for a fairly long span of time, it's been down and viciously volatile. Very, very choppy and volatile throughout this zone. A stock which I clearly remember used to be a beautiful trending counter in the past has now figured itself into a pretty volatile zone. Nevertheless, the kind of a divergence that Kotak Bank is shaping up on the daily time frame, and I am sharing this thought completely purely from an experiential point of view, based on my past experience of observing charts, is that many a times this kind of move acts as what I call flush out. Flush out is a situation, is kind of a stage on the charts where, this line, this sentence, that stop loss hunting, or have you ever experienced that the price comes down to your stop loss, takes you out, and then reverses? During so many years of training, I've heard this so many times. Sir, mera hi stop loss khane ko aata hai. It's just that feeling when the trade takes you out of the trade, hits your stop loss, makes you feel bad, and then makes you feel worse by going the way you anticipated. So I don't know whether this will happen with Kotak Bank or not, but where we are right now with Kotak Bank, this is my anticipation. If and only if by the next 2 trading sessions, especially tomorrow, if it bounces back above today's high in the futures market, it's 1676, let's say 1680. If it manages to give us a close above 1680, I don't think this low is coming up anytime soon. It will give us a reversion to mean trade. Quite certain about that, if it happens. Or else, not much of a problem. The trend is down, the momentum is on the downside. It will open up further on the downside. It's a very gutsy state, and one can look for selling the puts or creating some kind of a bullish spread, like a put spread, bullish put spread. You can create. You can sell in the money puts and look to buy the out of the money puts. You can turn it into a ratio also, if you just sell a couple of them and buy one, whichever way you're comfortable. But if and only if, I'm giving a very, very strong emphasis on the fact that it needs to scale above 1680. My experience with these kind of setups is 50-50, in the sense that half of them continue to fall and half of them bounces back. This half that bounces back really bounces back well. So whether this will shape up tomorrow or not, let's take a look. I guess tomorrow happens to be the derivatives expiry as well. So yeah, let's brace ourselves for some more market volatility. Strategically, BankNifty shifts back to a short-term downtrend. From cautiously bullish, we are flipping our views to cautiously bearish, and we will trade accordingly. I will not be surprised if the index bounces back again tomorrow to frustrate us further, but I'm open to anything. In my past experience of 18 years, I've seen almost many things, and nothing is a surprise from the market. I hope you're trading well. Take care of yourselves, trade well and trade wise.